you would leave to go to school. There were no kiss, goodbye, I'll see you later, I love you kind of thing. Like that didn't exist.
Bye, I love you. No, man.
You're making me uncomfortable.
I think just talking about it uncomfortable. But
George, wait, I've said this before in another podcast. In our house, there was no I love you, there was no I'm sorry, and there was no thank you.
And welcome to another episode of Just Us Dads. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Dadversation. Hope everyone is doing well. Chris and George are both here. What's going on, fellas?
We're good, man. We're good. Tough week, but we're good.
We survived.
Yeah.
Survived.
We're recording a little later than we usually do, but it's fine. I mean, we have to accommodate the inconveniences that usually happen. It has been a tough week. For a lot of people, actually, it's strange. Not only for you guys. I've been talking to a lot of people actually this week too, and they're like, "Oh man, this week, this and that." I don't know. I don't know if it's the moon or whatever it is.
I don't know. Us is construction, man. It's just crazy. They're trying to whatever they lost in that 3-4 months that everything was shut down. They're trying to recuperate it in
6 hours.
Yeah, and it's just crazy. And everyone's working. It's not like just a few. It's everyone's working.
And the spike in prices are probably affecting you guys.
Oh, the wood, especially the wood. Yeah, there is some stuff. There used to be some issues with what are they called? The borders. But definitely materials. Wood is like 6 times the price. People are even contemplating in building like house units in steel now.
Yeah,
because the wood is so expensive. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we wanted to get a shed in our yard, and we had one in mind. It went up in the store, and it left within 48 hours, and there's no more, and the prices went up. Like there's no more. There's nothing in stock anymore, and the ones that were there had already gone up in price. We're like, okay, let's just get it because we can't wait forever.
I took a picture of a 2x4x8. 4 years ago, it was $2. Well, $2, $2.20, $2.50, $2.40.
This is rough wood construction wood.
Now it's at $11.
What?
Yeah, wow. I have a picture at $11.
Wow.
Did you tell your dad that?
No. No.
He's gonna lose his mind.
He's gonna get sick. He's gonna get sick.
He's gonna go to his garage and he's gonna find that stash he's been collecting for years and start.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Some income off of it.
He knew someday that wood was gonna be this expensive, so he stored some. He stored some in the back. I know he has some extra. Oh, man.
I've never been there, and I knew he had something.
Yeah, he is a little bit of a hoarder.
But they come in handy, man. Eventually, they come in handy. And especially when you're the most surprised, you're like, "There's no way he can." And then he pulls out a piece or a part, or it's like, "Oh yeah, I think I have something."
You're right. Somewhere. It comes in handy. The problem is that when you have more stuff that you don't need than stuff that you need, that's when you get into a problem. Yeah.
Sometimes you need your space for 30 years and the wood one time. So maybe that one time go to the store and buy some wood and have.
There you go. That's it.
It works, that system too.
Yeah, but the space where he has everything, I mean, it doesn't bother anyone. It's not like in your way at all. It's just out on the side of the house or whatever it is, and it's not like it's you don't go buy it every single day. You're like, oh, what is this thing doing here? You know what I mean? Like people that have their garages full, you see it. You're driving by, the garage door is open. You're like, why do you even have a garage? Like you can't put a car in there for sure. There's full of other stuff.
Yeah, there's about 3 fridges, 2 washing machines, all broken.
In case you need a part,
and
you might need a part.
The dresser drawer is from part.
There's a small little narrow pathway just so you can barely.
That's it. But every springtime, it's like, look, he tells him, Chris, we're gonna have to clean it up. Every springtime, and then we never hear about it again until next springtime. But we'll get to it. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get to our topic. We, for those who don't know, we put up a blog this week on Monday. Go and check it out. It's on our website, justusdads.ca. A bunch of people read it. We thought it'd be nice maybe to bring it back and talk about it on the podcast because it's a cool little topic. I mean, it's something that I've done and I still do. I don't know if you guys do it or if anyone else listening does that, but it's gonna interesting to just find out what you guys think and what you guys do at home. And essentially, it was a blog about rituals. Good morning, goodbye, good night rituals. What you do, what have you done, what do you want to do, what how important you think it is, or how useless you think it is, whatever. So I wrote about pretty much the fact that I don't know about you guys, but I didn't grow up in a family where there was that much affection, right? Like there were no hugs and kisses for bedtime. There were no hugs and kisses in the morning. You would leave to go to school. There were no kiss, goodbye, I'll see you later, I love you kind of thing. Like that.
Bye, I love you. No, man.
You're making me uncomfortable.
I think just talking about uncomfortable. But
George, wait, I've said this before in another podcast. In our house, there was no I love you, there was no I'm sorry, and there was no thank you.
There's no thank you. Everything was
thank you, I love you, I'm sorry. These words, it's like
everything was obligation.
Or guilt.
No, but somehow you knew that you were loved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your parents cared for you, and it's funny because I wrote the blog and my wife read it and she's like, I like how the first paragraph it's like this disclaimer. By the way, we were loved at home, just so you know, because whatever follows, we didn't get any of. Don't think that we weren't loved. But essentially, I write that because I didn't get that. I just feel like, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess it was from the very beginning when we had Emma. I just wanted her to feel that we're there for her, we love her, and I don't know if I told myself let me do that or force myself. I think it came naturally, to be that affectionate and to just express my love and my emotions and feelings and hug her physically and everything. And I do it every day and I love it, and I'm not ashamed of it. If I were to ask my dad, probably when we were younger and we don't remember, maybe, who knows, maybe he cuddled me, maybe he kissed me, maybe, who knows. But I have a feeling that if I were to ask him, it would be the cringiest conversation, like the most uncomfortable, Dad, man, did you ever kiss me? Like, did you ever hold me? Like, did you ever love me? And like, he's like, well, yeah, no,
when you were 4 months. Yeah, I remember.
I have memories, like my father used to sing to us a lot to put us to bed. That I remember. He would come, he would sit, he would sing to us, and it's fine. I mean, it's good, but it's nothing compared to the way I am with with the girls. Like I have to hug them, I have to hold them, I have to kiss them. Like it's part of my daily routine, and that's why I wrote about rituals. Every night before they go to bed, I need to hug them, I need to kiss them, I need to hug them in the morning as well when they leave, and I like it. I don't know. So I don't know if you guys have anything like that, or if you're more in tune with your parents' kind of ways.
George, you want to go first?
Sure. We do have our routines. They're not rituals because they're not planned. They're natural. But yeah.
It's not like I put an alarm, like a reminder on my phone, hug your kid. No, it has become kind of like an automatic habit, whatever you want to call it.
In the morning I definitely have to hug and kiss them and tell them I love them. The same thing before bed, but everything in between is everything but that.
It's like I'm gonna kick you.
I'm kidding. We always show them how much we care.
Yeah.
I never thought that I lacked this, so I want to compensate by giving them too much of it. So it never came to me that way. Exactly. I never considered it that way. They just ever since the first one, the first one changes your life. You become so attached to this little thing.
Yeah,
hugs and kisses are just a constant. So I guess it evolves into what it is now. But there was no formula. It just came.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't have it any other way. To tell you the truth.
No, for sure, exactly. Chris.
Me, it's like I show the affection in the in-betweens. Like I show the affection in the moments. It's never like, it's rarely in the mornings. Like a lot of times they're up before I am, or a lot of the times I'm up way before they are. rarely. And sometimes like they don't go to bed at the same time. So we don't have the morning and night rituals, right? The mornings are different. The nights are different. But I do have the moments where I hug them, I kiss them, I tell them I love them. Like even what you said in your blog, George, like my daughter says that I know, you've told me 100 times. I get it. I understand. Because a lot of times I just say what I do. A lot of times I'll say, hey, like she'll be far away and I'll say, hey, come here right now. And it's for a kiss. And she knows it's that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like she comes, it's that time. She comes and then I give her one, you know, or two, or a hugger, you know? So yeah, for me, it's in the in-betweens. It's never like I'll miss maybe 2 nights, 3 nights. Like now, I'm probably not going to say goodnight. And I miss the mornings. Me, it's the little moments I catch, you know, like today I brought her to daycare. There was a nice moment. Or let's say we go to practice, or we go shopping, or I come back, or I catch them watching TV and I'll go surprise them from the back. But I'm not big on rituals. I'm big on habits, but I'm not big on rituals and routines.
So the question I have, based on how we were raised without it, okay, and we knew that our parents cared and loved us. You know, I mean, it's, you know, they didn't have to express it for us to know it.
But it was different, George. It was different.
Yeah, but the question is, do you think it's important now, or if you don't do it, eventually it'll be like we are now?
No, I think we're going to ruin our kids' lives. We give so much that they'll take it for granted. It means nothing. When you give it too much, it means nothing. We're ruining a lot of stuff. And I'm going to get too much. Whatever. I'm saying we as in our generation. I'm talking about our generation.
Collectively, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, let's just understand here, and I think that we can all agree that we are much more affectionate and sensitive than our parents were, right? Our dads.
Yeah. That's what I meant. So what I'm trying to say,
we're more affectionate and sensitive than our moms.
Yeah, but maybe your mom didn't tell you she loves you all the time, right? But she showed it. She showed it a lot. Like she was your comfort. She would run. She would take care of you. She would do this. She would do that. She would make sure. You know, like the I loves you also come with like, don't do that. Watch this. Wear your clothes. Wear your hat. You're going to be cold. Don't do that. That's an I love you without saying I love you, right? And the older generation kind of did it through that. They didn't have to express the word. They kind of did it with actions. I find a lot of times we're good with the words, but our actions sometimes,
Look, back then they were more motivated by obligation, and that's what they showed. They did their duty.
Yeah, maybe obligation is a big word, though.
Maybe.
I don't think it was obligation. I think it was.
Then it was performing your duties is showing.
Yeah, it's the duty. It's understanding, but it's understanding the fundamentals.
It's not about love. It's about showing you're there.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, love is a great word.
Yeah.
It was more care. It was more care in upbringing. Now it's more love and affection.
Yeah. That's why we said at the beginning that we knew they cared for us. We knew they loved us. They didn't mention it. They didn't express it. Very rarely. And it was almost weird when you had, like, I remember New Year's Eve, where it's like, okay, Happy New Year's, and you have to go hug and kiss him. It's like, well, what do I do now?
No, that was fine. That was fine. No, in our family, that was fine.
It was awkward. It was funny, but it was awkward.
It was awkward, yeah. Even the hugs and the little tap on the back. Hey, but old man, you know, tack. Two taps, tack. That's it. Tack. We're good.
But see, look, and this I wrote on the blog as well. Yeah. I'm stuck to what Chris said, that maybe we're overdoing it to the point where they'll become, I don't know, they'll lack some sort of strength, like inner strength, or I don't know what. Oh
yeah. Guys, it already the studies show it.
I don't want to believe that either, but
already
deep down, the way I feel, and this I've said also on other podcasts.
Sorry, George. Is it possible that maybe we're doing it too long?
We're doing it too long, too often, and too much, too long, too often, and sometimes without merit.
That I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's such a thing as too much. I mean,
no, too much love is not good. The Walt Disney has killed it for everyone. Okay, too much love is not good. It's Walt Disney. Love No, guys, I'm serious. It's like it might sound like I might sound like one of those guys. He's killing the emotion, he's killing the mood. No, it's not true. Too much love is not good. A lot of people think, oh my God, there's not enough love in the world. Love doesn't solve every problem. If love solved every problem, we wouldn't have any problems. There's a lot of love in the world. Yeah. There's more to it than just love. You know what I mean?
But what I'm trying to say is that, and this I've said on other podcasts, I want the girls to be used to a way of life that they get accustomed to at home, because when they make their life later on, I want them to have that benchmark of this is how it feels to be cared or to be loved. And if I don't get this, then it's probably not good, or it's not enough, or I don't know exactly how to describe it.
Here's the problem with this, George. I understand where you're coming from, and every parent is coming from that, but they lack the balance. Because if you do, I believe, this is my opinion, if you do too much of that and you paint the world like that's too rosy, right? A parent wishes to correct, nurture, right, and care for. The world punishes. The world doesn't really care how you raised your kids. The world is rough. It's brash. It's in your face. So it's real. Yeah. So there's got to be that love aspect that you're loved. I believe that every day you got to tell the kids, but there's got to be the you got to teach them that it's not always like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because what happens is you create this kind of like a coddled child, protected child, sheltered child that goes out into the world after, and then everything bothers it because it's uncomfortable all the time because it's not used to that. And then you know what they want? They want kisses from their teachers, right? They demand favors from their peers, and it just could ruin the balance. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, it's good, but I'm just answering the question that too much is not good.
Yeah. Well, look, it's not as if it's like that all the time. Like the kid does something bad, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, it's okay, we'll pick it up." Like it's not like that.
Oh my God, you broke it! Oh, I broke it. Let's go pick it up. Yay!
You scratched Daddy's car with the. It's okay.
If that's what's going on, you're gonna have to stop it, George.
No, but it's fine. You guys understand? Just speaking of the car thing, I remember when we first bought the car. I come out in the garage and I see and Emma was behind the car, and I'm like, "What are you doing there?" She goes, "Nothing." So she came around. I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I don't like them playing in the garage. There's tools, there's sharp things. You know what I mean? And at some point, we go to leave, and I go to my car, and I see scratches, and I'm like, "What the hell just happened here? These things weren't here." You know what I mean? And then I see the what do you call it? The
grinder.
Sandpaper.
Okay.
It was like, not the paper. It's like a thing that you hold, and it comes with a. Yeah, it's like it's like a sponge, but with a
cube, like a sponge.
And I'm like, what the hell is that?
She was drawing on your car. She was just drawing.
She was washing the car. I don't know what the hell she was doing. Yeah. Freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is this shit? Poor kid got scared, honestly.
No, this ties in well with the self-esteem that we're talking about, or that we want to talk about. It's that love is good. It's good for our foundation. It's good that they need to know that you love them, but they also need to know that you know what to do with them, and and they need to know that you're going to do what's best for them too. And they also need to know that there's warnings, and they also need to know that there's things that they cannot do, and they also need to know that there's problems that they're going to have. You cannot.
I think I paint them as much as I do because of how evil I am when I'm doing it. So that's how I balance. Hey, remember, I actually do look. How can I do it? I'm not only a mean bastard too.
Do you have any rituals like this with your wife? Like, is there like same thing. I'm back from work, hi baby, or bye baby, or good morning, good night? Like, do you guys do that stuff?
Yeah, we kiss for the day in the morning, and we kiss goodnight.
Yeah. Chris looks perplexed. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, no, because it's I don't like the word ritual, but
I know George has to have it.
Habit that you have, like when you leave the house or when you come home.
It's in the moment. Sometimes it's a hug, sometimes it's a long kiss, sometimes it's a French kiss. It depends.
Oh shit! Okay.
You like that, huh? You like that?
A kiss is a kiss, man.
It's not like sometimes it's longer. Sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes
George didn't say it wasn't gonna be any of it. George didn't say it's one specific thing either.
Yeah.
No one's tying you down into anything, Chris.
No, I'm not worried. I just said that.
Just because it's a peck one day and a French kiss the other, it doesn't mean it's not a routine.
But it's not a routine. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
At some level, it is. There's a pattern somewhere.
Yeah, like are you guys ever afraid that that you get kind of too comfortable at home and like these things kind of slip away and it's like you don't show that kind of affection anymore to your wife, even though you love her and she loves you, but like you don't kind of show it anymore? Or with your kids, like do you ever feel like you're gonna get that stage where it's gonna be like, well, okay, yeah, hi, okay, go to your room, or like it's gonna become like this automatic thing?
It's obviously gonna become that. They become teenagers eventually.
Yeah, but you know why I'm asking?
Yeah, because they don't want to talk to you after.
They don't want to be around you for a few years. From 14 to 18, they don't want you.
Look, see, I have a feeling that maybe we're the only ones that were brought up this way, because my wife, every time she sees her parents, she kisses them. Every time she leaves the house, they kiss. Like it's like this thing where it's like there's always like this affection. It's like, hi, Bob, hi, Mom, kiss, whatever. Okay, bye, kiss. Like they have to.
That's the exception. That's not the general rule.
You think so? Okay, good.
Because
I've known a lot of people.
She has a very good relationship with her parents, and it's a nice exception. But it's not like if you take 100 people out of the streets, you're not going to get 99 of that.
Look, I don't know.
You're not dying. Maybe especially in projects. You know.
Whatever, the people watching can comment. Let us know. I mean, if that's how you are with your parents, because I have a feeling that that's maybe how we were brought up. Like there was like literally, like in the negatives, the effect. So
there was a point where there was no hello for several years. You went straight into a conversation.
There was a lot.
Where did you put this item? I need it. Straight.
Yeah. Exactly. There's a lot of that.
There's no hello. It was like, hey, where'd you put it?
At the beginning, when we started dating with Joanna, she was completely disoriented. She's like, okay, this is really strange. Like, you don't kiss your dad. She goes, oh, am I supposed to kiss him? Because you don't. I'm like, you do whatever you want to do. And it's weird because when we go to my parents' house, they run to hug her and kiss her, and it's like, I don't exist. It's like, so wait a minute, what's going on here? Like,
she offers
is there a connection in this family, or is there not?
She offers it.
She offers it. It's in her energy.
She welcomes it. Yeah, it's in her energy. Yeah.
It's weird, but things get jaded. After a while, it's okay if it goes away. You don't need to have it all the time. Maybe after a while, it loses its meaning if it's just done automatically too, right? It's just that I think it's about capturing the moments and understanding the dynamics. And you know what? When you need to say thank you and you mean it, say it. When you want to say I love you because you mean it, say it. Own the moment and do it, and make sure you do it. And when you really want to say I'm sorry, fucking say it. I've had struggles with my dad where he has to tell me he's sorry, and it's like 3 hours and we're just watching TV together. Well, not now. Like I'm talking, and it's like I see that he wants to, but he just can't. He's just not going to do it.
In his way,
but in his way, he did. Yeah, in his way, he did. It's like
for 3 hours. That's an I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then to tap it all off, it's like, okay, look, he's gonna know I said I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. He brings you like a bowl of nuts or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah, there you go. There you go. In his own way.
We bought the good ice cream in the freezer. Go get it.
Or it would be like, we'll watch what you want to watch now. What do you want to watch?
And it's over. It's done.
Yeah, it's done. That was I'm sorry. Or my mom would be like, what can I make you? Can I make you a nice little sandwich?
Sandwich without,
and it's to mix the sandwich, and it's like the orange juice, everything was ready, and it was like a little tap on the shoulder. That was I'm sorry. That was it. We knew. We didn't have to say it.
And there was a napkin with 3 Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy.
People do it in their own way. You know what I mean?
Chips Ahoy is love.
Yeah.
Did you ever get Chips Ahoy and orange juice?
Ew, no, man.
Never had that.
Amazing. Somebody told me to do it, and I was making fun of them, and it was one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth.
That's disgusting, bro.
No, it was one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth.
I don't know, but I'll try it.
Try it. It's something I do regularly. Just try it once. just one cookie.
I do it regularly. Yeah, I don't think so. I'll ask my wife to do it. So how is it, baby? This is what George recommended.
Somebody recommended. I tried. I actually liked it. It was really good.
Somebody, yeah. Don't tell her it's George.
No, somebody recommended it to me.
Okay. No, but I honestly think it's a cultural thing because my friend John, whose mom is French Canadian, she used to always kiss. Like when I would sleep over, there was like always a kiss at night. Bonne nuit, kiss, and then good morning kiss. Like, so I don't know. It's just strange that we're the only one. I don't think we're the only ones that are that way, but I don't think this is normal. Like it's not standard. So that's why I'm tending to disagree.
I agree with you. I think it has something to do with the cultural. There's a cultural component, but I think it has more to do with their upbringing when they were raised.
I don't think it's cultural. I think it's really it depends on the family.
More like what I mean by that is they were raised in post World War II depression, Greece.
Like
it was rough. It was rough. So there wasn't time to offer that kind of stuff.
Like what I'm trying to say is I'm curious to know if out there's more cases of families that do it
today.
Or
today kids are smothered. Today kids are like
that we established it. But like
today what happens is the kids wake up, they get 4,000 kisses. They watch their TV, you make them breakfast, you kiss them again, you hug them, you tell them they're the best. You bring them to school, you tell them
have the right kind of toast.
You tell them you're the best, and then they pull a fit because they want to wear what they want to wear, but you want to give them options. So, but I have this, but I have that, and you tell them this doesn't match. But they're so used to taking control that they tell you what they want to wear. Then you give in, they wear what they want to wear. You bring them to school, you give them 1,000 kisses, and then you let them into the real world. And then teachers are like, "Oh my God, this kid, I can't. She doesn't listen." And then we wonder, and then she comes back and it's like, "Oh, my prince or my princess, what do you want to eat?" You get them everything. You know what I mean? We do it too much. It's just too much. We've lost concept. I believe generationally. I'm not talking about specifically. We do it too much. And I think we're seeing the results of very low self-esteem and high anxiety in kids because of that. If you kiss your kid all the time, if you love them too much, if you just give them, all you do is give them love, they're going to be anxious when the real world hits them. There's no doubt. Because there's going to be a person there that's going to be like, "I don't want to kiss you. You know what? I feel like slapping you." There's going to be that kid. And that's going to cause anxiety,
Yeah, it's hard to...
And don't forget, Milan, whatever.
Then what do? You don't do what's natural, and you set yourself up with a little regimen?
No, I'm not saying I have the answer. I'm just saying that too much coddling is an issue, and we're seeing it in universities today with all these safe spaces, all these things, these low self-esteem, high anxiety stuff. It's because you love too much. You don't correct. You don't say no. You don't give them challenges.
He came exactly to tell me good night and kiss me.
There's the ritual. He came to get his good night.
He came to see what he's doing. Look.
Let me mute you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. It's not the kisses. The kisses are good. The goodnight kisses. I'm taking it to another level. Like I'm diverging from your conversation, George. The good nights, the good mornings are good. All that stuff is good, and showing them that you love them is good. I want people to understand that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying we do it too much, too long, all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. You think it's not that bad of a thing if time to time you just
Yeah, and I remember, look, I'm a victim of this as well. Like I remember, like my daughter, for like the biggest part of her life, it was like all kisses. I'm obsessed with my daughter. I love her so much. It's not even crazy. It's crazy how much I love her, and how much
You're not a victim of this. You're guilty of this.
No, I didn't finish. What I'm trying to say is that I did all that. I did all this. And then what happened is I got to a point where I had to discipline her, and she gave me this look of like, "What?
Confused.
What? That's not our relationship." What is that tone? Yeah. You've never spoken to me with that tone. And it was like, then you know what happened? If I kept that, if I caved in at that point, I wouldn't be able to discipline her ever again.
You'd lose. Yeah,
so you cannot do that. It's over.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's what I'm trying to say. It's like there's time and a place for everything.
So let me ask you this, because I know that,
like, let me just say this, George. As important as it is, as important as the goodnight kisses and that hug, that nice hug where you hold them tight and they know it, as important is the, hey, you did that. That was dangerous. Don't do that again. It's as important.
Yeah.
Like, love is love.
Let me ask you this, because I know that you were equally affectionate with Gerasimos when he was younger. Like, I know that. What about now? He's 11 years old. What's the scenario? What's the reality now? Is it
now? Now it's like I'll try and find situations where I could hug him and kiss him so I can embarrass him. Now it's like, how many people are watching? I have to kiss him now so I can embarrass him a little bit. No, we have a great relationship. It's the same thing. I hug my kid, I kiss my kid. We play around. But it's not all the time. It's when it's the right time. It's the right moment. Like, if I don't feel it, I won't go do it just because I have to do it.
No, but again, just so everyone understands.
George, are you doing it all the time? Because Chris, I'm under the impression, thinks that you're doing this constantly, all day, 24/7.
No, I'm talking generally. I'm talking about George.
Yeah, this is what I was just about to say to everyone listening or watching.
So you're giving our listeners life lesson.
Yeah, no, but it's not as if it's in the schedule and I have to do it a certain amount of time. For me, it comes naturally because that's just how I feel, right? So I do it. I just follow that kind of.
And if you don't do it, what do you feel?
Nothing. If I don't do, I don't even notice that I don't do it.
Do you worry that you didn't do it enough?
No, I don't, because I know that I do it enough. So it's not as if
I count how many. Do it too much?
Well, that's the question I'm asking. Do I do it too much? Because I I'm not counting.
Maybe the fact that you're asking that question is proof
that
you're doing it too much.
No, I don't think so. I'm asking how
I'm
you
not
guys.
Convinced.
No, because I'm not there thinking, did I hug him enough today? Let me go give him a couple hugs so that we can.
No, bro, you're asking the opposite. You're asking, fuck, did I do this too much today? I think I've abused it. That's what you're asking.
No, I'm asking, does everyone have these kind of habits and rituals with their kids where they express their love? Because I know I do it. I notice that I do it, and I love that I do it. And I do it whenever I feel like doing it. I don't do it because I forgot this morning.
It's a steady trend for all of us.
Yeah, everyone does that. It's normal to do it.
I just find it interesting how diametrically opposite we are as fathers
compared to
the way the way our dads were.
I love how you refer to them as a they.
Yeah, they and us.
No, but even the they, it's like we're putting them in one big category, but they were different. I'm sure our dads
they were boomers, man.
But they were different in certain ways too, right?
They're boomers. The boomers that dropped the bomb on the motherfuckers. That's what boomers said.
Oh
God. Yeah, totally different. Like, I remember being over my parents' house.
But that's what it. You know what? Sorry to interrupt you, George. It's to go back to that because I think it's all in the definition, because it's conflating maybe to where it's conflating love and affection. Love is not necessarily affection, and affection is not necessarily love.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Or it's one category. It's one facet of love, right? So.
Like, I'll give you an example. When Emma was a baby, I remember we were at my parents' house and we had her on the floor. She was playing with whatever, and I was there acting like a dumb dad, like stupid, because that's just how I felt. I want to play with you. I want to cuddle. Like, we were on the floor playing, and I can hear my dad telling my mom, "Oh, it's over. We lost this guy. Oof, it's over. Yeah, he's gone. It's gone." he's like, who is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's a character thing. It's not only generational. It's a character too.
Yeah.
Like it's not every dad's character to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a specific character that does that, and that's fine. It's a personality thing. I'm just going to go back to the generational differences, which is they did show love, but they didn't necessarily show affection. We tend to show both, and we tend to show more affection. You know what I mean? We tend to remove the mask and show the emotion a lot. They thought emotion was a bad thing. We tend to think emotion is a really good thing.
Yeah.
That's the main difference. But I don't think it has to do with love. I think, like I said, love, it was like, you can say I love you in different ways.
Yeah. No, but that's why I'm saying, like, that's what we clarified from the very beginning. We were loved. We knew we were loved.
Yeah.
It's just
our dads weren't affectionate people.
We didn't see it. We didn't see it.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we had to compare the two, like, we don't know what's a better result, because we tend to think that we're in a culture today, or at least in a kind of I'd say a culture where we think that emotion is the best and we have to show it. There's even people, I've caught people saying emotions are real, facts are not. So you have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because emotions tend to give us like they're there to guide us. Temperature too hot, temperature too cold, but it's not everything. So you can't just be emotional,
It's funny, the difference in expression of their love. Like, we express love with a hug and kiss, and we overdo it that way. Their expression of love was actually coming out of the house and taking you to a park to kick a ball for 5 minutes and then head back home. And that happened with a button-down shirt, their good pants.
George, I don't know what you're talking about. That happened twice in my life.
I lived right in front of the school, so he didn't have to come. The schoolyard right in front of my house.
Let me go show him that I love him.
Oh, man.
He comes out on the patio. All right, good job, son. Just goes back in.
I didn't get a good job.
Sorry, guys. I seem a little bit off. I think the beer's kind of hit me, man.
Yeah.
I can't find my words. I'm like, I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. I'm a little bit of mumbling.
No, but I think I told you that. I think the only time where my dad actually did any type, I can't even characterize it as sport. Well, let's say sport, was that one time where I pitched him the ball and I asked him, like, I had a mitt, and I remember we're up north and we're getting ready because he would always drive us to the village where there was the baseball park and the soccer field and all that stuff, and he'll just leave us there and come back and pick us up. So as we're waiting to kind of leave the house, I had my mitt and my baseball, and I kind of threw it to him, and I went, I'm like, go throw. And the way he tossed the ball was so uncomfortable. I was like, forget it, man. Just okay, don't worry about it. And I feel like, imagine, the guy's like, okay, let me do this for once, And it was the weirdest thing.
He threw it like this.
Yeah, it was like this weird sidearm, but kind of underhand pitch at the same time.
Were you so uncomfortable that you blamed yourself?
Yeah, I'm like, I should have done this. What door did I open here, man? Let's just close that one right away.
What do you guys do? Let's see, since we're talking about rituals and routines, what do you guys do at dinner? Is it on the table? Is there a prayer? Is there a...
No, that's just, it's like everyone is...
We have a routine. Me and my wife, we sit, we start eating, and we yell at them till they go.
No, but you see, that's something that we've lost, because as an older generation, that was very important.
It was such a sacred moment.
It was a sacred moment. Yeah. It was that time.
Nothing else exists.
That's right.
We're here eating. Yeah, and
people were more formal. That's the thing. It was a formal.
Guys, we've had supper where one is eating on the table, one's on the couch, one is eating standing up.
Yeah. So
we usually eat all together.
Yeah, we eat all together, but like, it may start good, but then we just lose control. So it's like, okay, whatever. So like, they're gonna jump down from their chair, go play with their couple dolls, come back, grab another bite, then go play somewhere else, come back, and then maybe forget that there's dinner. Like,
they don't say, "Can I be excused from the table?" They don't say that.
I never said that.
Can I be excused?
Can I be excused from the table? That's just no way, man.
No, I remember dinner.
Or you're not allowed to take the first bite until your dad sits down and eats first.
No, man. What are you talking about?
No. Us, we would wait but
no, we wouldn't wait. We would just
actually, my dad would lose. He would lose patience very quick and just start eating. Like, my dad would say it 1, 2, 3 times. If nobody's there, it's like boom, he would just start eating.
we would always eat at the same time. We were there. It was like this such a like a serene moment, you know what I mean? I don't know, like we couldn't talk sometimes. It's like, eat your food, don't talk when you eat, just, you know what I mean? It was like, dude, relax, man. It's like,
but the don't talk when you eat, it wasn't because you shouldn't talk. It's because we don't want to deal with you choking.
I don't think
so.
Yeah.
It's there's 4 kids.
Any of that in your mouth hitting me.
I think it was like, let me try and get 1 hour of no yelling, no screaming, just shut up, eat, let me enjoy this moment.
Quite 1 hour dinner.
It's quite time.
I have a window of about 45 minutes to an hour where I can just clear my.
You guys ate dinner for 45 minutes to an hour?
I don't know. I'm just saying, just let's say half an hour.
17 minutes tops. What are you talking about? 30 minutes, the table's cleared.
The chaos at the kitchen table, like the fights between me and my brother and my father getting mad. I don't just shut up. You know what I mean? It's like, you couldn't fuck. It was like, sit on your ass, eat your food, and get up and leave. Don't talk to each other. Don't bother him.
Don't even look at each other.
I don't care if you hate him. Shut up.
Look at your plate and finish your food, you know? And the food situation is a whole other thing. Like right now, you know that your 5-year-old, 6-year-old, the 2-year-old, whatever, you're going to have the appropriate portion for that kid, for the child. We had big ass plates. I remember I remember crying, I can't eat. You're gonna finish your food. And I think about it back now, and I look at what I feed my daughters, and it's like, good God, if they were living back in the days with my parents, what the hell would they have done?
No way. Yeah, but no. The food back then was way better, more nutritious. Now the food now is like all processed, man.
Yeah, but I'm talking about it in terms of quantity.
Oh yeah, quantity. Yeah, but the quality today is shit. It's garbage. We give our kids garbage, huh?
Talk about quantity. It's like, honestly, like I have to count the number of pieces on the plate. It's like, okay, a little handful of meat, like a little bit of rice, some veggies. It's like a little plate, dude. We didn't have that. It was a fucking mountain of rice, like half a chicken or whatever it is.
Yeah, and then George, that was when you were 16, man. It wasn't when you were 3.
I don't know. I ate adult plates when I was 6.
Yeah, me too. Probably me too. Yeah.
And it starts the way George describes it. You were forced to finish a pile of food that was beyond your control.
It makes no sense. Like, and I realize that now when we got kids, I'm like, my parents never fed us this little amount of food. And I'm not talking about when they're like 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Like I'm looking at Emma now. How old is she now? She's 5, 6. Like at 6 years old, I remember eating big, huge plates with a ton of food in it, crying, I can't finish. Finish all your food. Eat it all.
I don't think I ever told my parents once I can't finish.
Yeah. I don't think my parents ever said you need to finish your food.
They used to tell me to stop eating.
Stop eating.
Stop eating.
Stop eating. There isn't enough for the adults.
My parents will take the utensils away.
There won't be enough for the adults.
My parents will take the utensils away. It's like take away the tools.
Take away his method.
Yeah. No, my mom, yeah, you're right. On the portions, it was big. I just found that the quality of the food was a bit better, but the portions were sick. Like my mom's portions, I even see sometimes when my mom puts food for Maria, it's like a plate like this. Like this. A plate like this, full.
Yeah, we go to my parents' house and it's like, let's say they have pasta. It's like a huge plate for like a 5-year-old. I'm like, Dad, who's gonna eat that?
And I'm thinking now, because like we didn't have a lot of processed food, right? We didn't eat a lot of processed food, but and I'm still overweight. Like I'm obese. If I had processed food, I think I would have been 600 pounds now.
No, but then you have the question. They're like, why? What do you mean? What do you feed her? You're not feeding your kids? I'm like, how much do you put? I'm like, Dad, there's a lot of food. No, it's fine. What do you mean it's a lot of food?
Yeah.
Accusing me. I'm not feeding them.
Distorted perception of quantities. My mom she doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Look, at least your parents lived.
They lived in fear of making a portion that just might be just a little less than the person wanted. Maybe the person wanted a bite more, and I didn't put that extra.
Yeah.
No, exactly. You always had to have more. Yeah. It's better to have more in case we don't want to run out. That's embarrassing.
And then when you get close to the end, finish it so it doesn't go to waste.
Yeah.
You have your parents next door, so I mean, not much has changed. They still cook in terms of portions, probably more than they used to before. My parents, there's nobody home. Like everyone is gone. It's the two of them, and they still cook as if we were all living there. And
what
you go over
the food.
Well, no, they have it. Like sometimes my dad will call. It's like, I have Tupperwares. Come and pick him up. I'm like, why? I can't come in the city. He goes, what do you mean you can't? What do you mean you're not coming in today? What's going to happen to all of my food? I'm like, why did you cook it?
It's because they learned the recipes that way. They can't, they can't go back to lower analogies.
You can't measure half a handful?
Yeah.
How do you measure half a handful?
No, but you know what's coming because the call comes in. It's like, yeah, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. You're coming in tomorrow, right? And it's not, are you coming in? So you're coming in tomorrow. I'm like, I'm not so sure. He goes, what do you mean? I have a whole Tupperware here of food. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You go there, it's this huge ass Tupperware. It's like, how do you still cook like this? How?
Oh man, you see,
you know what?
That's them still saying I love you, my friend.
Exactly. Yeah. They care.
They don't say it, but that Tupper is just love in there.
That's their love routine.
That's right. There's love in that Tupperware in there. Yeah, and you open it and you're like,
There's always those things that you go and you're
like, deep down, like they didn't overcook. Like they're like, I'm gonna make food and I have to make a Tupperware. I'll call them so I can see it because I haven't seen them in a week
they're
or whatever.
More disappointed that I cook more for you to come and take it. Why aren't you coming to take it? That's what
I've had my mom call and say, look, we made food. Make sure, because she's afraid we're going to order. We might order out, right?
That's an insult. What?
So it's like, why are you going to order out? Like, so she calls me before I order out.
Beat him to the race.
Yeah, she has to beat me. Yeah. Yeah.
She puts a little reminder in the morning.
It's like, make sure he doesn't order. Because last time he ordered, then...
And I saw the delivery guy come and deliver it. It was terrible. I witnessed the whole thing.
But it's true. It's like he's right. And ever since I remember my dad told me that, he's like, what do you order? And it's like, so now what we do is we go buy big, like, pieces of pork of souvlaki. We sit together, we cut them, we marinate them, we make them into souvlaki. So it's another chance to hang out with the guy, Yeah.
Like hamburgers, you make them all. You keep them. You freeze them. The chickens. Yeah. I remember, guys. I'm gonna tell you this story. This was a long time ago. I wasn't married. I was still at home, and Loblaws puts a special chicken on the chickens, and they had a maximum of like I think 5 or 6 per person. You don't understand the logistics that went.
Wait. It was you, your brother, and your uncle. You all had to go together.
My dad, my mom, my uncle, my aunt, me. We had accumulated. I don't even know how many chickens.
How many chickens do you need?
But they're in the freezer.
It's not what you need, George. It's on special. You get the most you can.
He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but in 3 months the special's back. What are you gonna do?
Guys, I gotta say this. Last week, a week and a half ago, we were actually contemplating with my dad to go to Ontario for steaks. Because they're $5.99 and they're like $13 a pound here. Yeah. So we're like, I don't pay gas. I have a work car.
An hour and a half. You go to Ottawa, stock up, and come back.
No, but we're actually 3 hours. It's 40 minutes.
An hour and a half. Ottawa.
No, just right. You don't need to go all the way to Ottawa, man. Yeah, the closest.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we're like thinking of, and it's like, and like, obviously at the beginning I'm like, no, what are you crazy? But then he's like, it's like it's $5.99 versus $13. Why? What's wrong? You don't pay for the gas. He already knew that. It's like he made the calculations for me. He's telling me now. He's like, let's do it. Get up and go.
You know what the funniest thing is?
And the more steaks you buy, the less time it costs you.
Yeah.
No, but you know what the funny thing is in this situation, that not only is he following the specials over here in Montreal, somehow
a special's a special, my friend. It doesn't matter.
Oh, see what happens with your dad has the internet.
How does he even come across the special? Like what goes through the mind? Let me see what's happening over.
He was disappointed in the price, and he was motivated to find a better one.
Yeah, he found it. It's like, what the hell? Yeah. What the hell is this? Oh man.
Just the process of, how do you even come to that?
and I thought about it. I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, it's not a bad idea.
Makes sense. Yeah.
We'll go for a drive, We'll say we'll share a couple of moments. We'll say a couple of good stories.
Employers pay the gas. It's great.
There you go.
Yeah, companies paying the gas.
Why not?
Those chickens.
But specials are a big part of our life.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the same thing happened once with pork chops. I have a cousin out in Bedford, so he knows.
I understand how you say these things happen twice. This is like, we don't go shopping if it's on a special.
No, I'm saying the same.
Every item is on special, or else we don't buy it. Type thing.
To that extent.
Almost. It's close. It's close to that.
It's impossible.
No, but in terms of volume, the same thing happened years ago.
Fuck, I think you're right, Chris. I think I'm somewhere there too. I'm close to that.
Yeah. No, but years ago now, my cousin out in Bedford, he knows all these farmers. They have pork farms or whatever, and they do everything from A to Z. Like they have the pig farms. They do the whole processing. They chop them. They sell them. Everything, right? They distribute them. And he calls, my cousin calls my uncle, and he's like, "Yeah, do you guys want pork chops? My friend over here, whatever. They had a special or whatever, guys." It was in boxes. It was in boxes.
Wax boxes.
Commercial style, like the restaurants.
I don't even remember how many, like 1-2 pigs, I don't know, made in pork. It was boxes full of fucking pork chops. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was huge. I was like, who's gonna eat these pork chops?
And 2 weeks later was Chris's bachelor party.
That was a good one. Guys, no, I'm serious, man. It is. The freezer is a big thing in my parents' house. My parents, they're two right now, right? And they have 2 fridges full and a freezer.
What?
Yeah. 2 fridges.
Why?
2 refrigerators and a freezer.
They have a rotation.
Yeah, man. It's like they're never gonna overpay. They don't want to overpay. They don't like overpaying.
One fridge.
It's due diligence not to overpay.
And you know what? I try and do it as much as I can as well. I would never do that in the past. Now, like and it's not I can't afford it. I could more than afford it. But it's like, you know what? It's not the wise choice. So like, let's say I pick up a bread just because I want that one, and then I'm like, hey, the other one's on special. I'm actually gonna put the other bread back and take the one on special today.
I don't even care, guys.
No, I do that. I do that now.
I'm not there.
Cream cheese is on special. I'm having cream cheeses.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, for sure.
My wife though looks at these things.
Yeah, I'll look at the specials. Yeah, I used to not, but now it's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's like that was like that was following my dad's advice.
It's gonna stick around.
Yeah, not like it makes sense why he does it now. You know what I mean? It didn't make sense when I would see him do it when I was 19.
Because you saw how much personal time of his it occupied.
And and it was funny because he had money and he would do that, and I was broke and I didn't do that. Until and now that I have money, now I do that. So I get it. I understand it. He was totally right. Respect your money. You don't respect your money, you stay broke. And then you don't buy specials. You know what I mean? He knew it. It's like I'm telling you, they're wise in their own little way, man.
All right, guys. On that note, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you again for joining this wonderful conversation. Again, follow us on all the social media platforms. Head on over to our YouTube page. We're really putting in efforts to grow that page. So it'll mean a lot to us if you go over there and subscribe.
And, kiss them and hug them. Don't forget to tell people to kiss and hug their kids, man. And reprimand them.
Yeah.
Love is love too.
You gotta balance it out. So thank you so much, and we will see you all on the next episode.
Wait. And smash the like button, no?
Smash that like button.
There we go.
Ciao, guys.